Okay, so I'm going to talk about pause, pause, pounce, bounce. And this is a strategy to use questions to engender thinking in your classes. So first, pose a question. Something open like, why is referencing your work important? Next, what you've got to do is to explicitly introduce a pause using something like, I'm going to give you a minute to think about it, and then I'm going to call on one of you for your thoughts. So what's significant here and what's really important is that you must pause and give a reasonable amount of time, and also the possibility that you might ask anyone is really vital. And the reason for that is that it stimulates everybody to think just in case you choose them. And that thinking phase is vital to the teaching process. It means that you've got some ideas in the room that you can do something with. You can work with those ideas now at this point. So it's time now to pounce on one of those ideas. And you could use a phrase like, Anna, what are your freshest thoughts on why referencing is important? And try to be positive in your tone. You might get something like, I'm not sure, I think it is important. I guess I really don't know. So most of us at that point would jump in here. It's really important that we don't, because if you say, Anna, referencing is so important because you have to acknowledge other people's work, you kind of make her feel bad and stupid. And think also about what happened to all of the other ideas in the room when you did that. You killed them, is what happened. So instead, keep the ideas alive for longer, teach your students you're interested in and value their thinking, and they'll be motivated to do more of it. So let's rewind. I'm not sure referencing is important. Yes, is it really important at all? That's a great point, Anna, thank you. Value error and dissent, or simply not knowing the answer in that step. You're teaching them it's safe. Now you're ready to bounce the ideas or the questions to someone else in the group. So you might say, Lee, what do you think? Can you give Anna a reason to care about referencing? And hopefully eventually you're going to get something like, well, I think it helps to show people that I can be trusted. So now keep bouncing the idea around for as long as you think it's useful. Probe and then look for subtle non-verbal cues that people have got something to say. Who agrees with Lee that it's about trust? Jack, you're nodding. Tell us more. Who needs to trust who and why? And do this for as long as you feel it's useful. Now, a final point for you to reflect on. What's the likely impact of asking Anna at the end if her thoughts have shifted? On her, and also on the rest of the class's perception of how safe it is to say that you're not sure or don't know.